Do you ever think about how cars would look like 50 years or 100 years from now, or how phones would look like? Will we be using phones anymore after we've seen uh, Apple Vision Pro already being used for instead of phones? Think what would be the future would look like in terms of different technologies that we're using today. If you think about different categories like transportation, communication, our houses, like habitat, what all of these category would look like 50, 100 or 200 years down the road, or even you can think about 10 years, because the way everything is changing, that how rapidly it's changing, and within 10 years we could see something completely different than we are seeing right now. You could think of it two different ways. You can think of it from point of view of what kind of technology we are using right now or what we were using in past, and compared to that, what it would turn out to be in future. Would we be changing or improving on the existing technology, or will we be coming up with new technology altogether which doesn't exist right now? So AI was one of those things which didn't exist until last year, until OpenAI came up with ChatGPT. Until that, we didn't have any breakthroughs in that industry. There's going to be so many different industry that comes into pictures when you look into those things. Also, I've made a video about how movie shapes our future and future technologies. I've briefly mentioned about what kind of changes we will be seeing in future. So one of the things that you can think about exploring is being a futurist. If you're interested in knowing, or if you think about all the times how this technology would turn out, when you look at a bike going outside, when you look at a unicycle, when you look at a car which can fly, do you think about how it would look like when it's version 10 or version 50 of it? How Apple Vision Pro would look like version 10 or version 20 of it? I think about those things all the time because I like sci-fi movies, and whenever you're watching those movies, you look at different technologies being used on those movies, and you think about, will that ever become a reality, or will that just be a sci-fi scientific fantasy? As futurists in the world right now, what they do is they try to predict what the future outcomes of specific technology is going to be, and they try to make patent of it. So what they would do is, if those technology were to become reality, then they would have an advantage of already having filed a patent of a specific type of technology, so they could monetarily get benefit from these things as well.